Welcome to the YouTube channel Math Skill. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter Quadratic Equations, which is part of NCERT as well as CBSE syllabus. Now this is a solved problem before exercise 4.3 in NCERT. So the numerical is solve the equation 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 by the method of completing the squares. Now let's note down the given equation. I'm your trainer Venkatesh K. So now I've noted down the equation. Earlier, we have seen the method of a factorization to find the roots of the equation. Now, this is one more method called as completing the squares method, using which we can find the roots of the equation. In order to apply this particular completing the squares method, there are certain steps to be followed. That is, there are 4 steps to be followed. Now, we will see what the steps are. Now, let's analyze the given equation. The given equation contains the first term as x square term, second term as a x term, third term is a constant term. That is, it looks like ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Now, we will proceed with the first step. That is, we have to convert the first term of the given equation, that is 3x square, as a perfect square. So this 3x square can be converted as a perfect square by 2 different approaches. That is, either we can divide the first term by 3, that is, upon dividing 3x square divided by 3 is equal to x square. 3 would get cancelled and we would be getting x square, which is a perfect square. Or we could as well multiply the 3x square term by 3, that is 3x square multiplied by 3 would be 9x square, or it could as well be represented as 3x whole square. So because there is a whole square, so it is a perfect square. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is to express minus 5x, that is the middle term, as a 2ab term, and next step is to add and subtract the b square term. Fourth step is to apply either the formula a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square and simplify to get the required roots of the variable x. Now we will see how to proceed. In my earlier video, I have already covered the process steps in which I have divided up the equation by 3, so that 3x square upon division by 3 would be getting converted to x square. Now let us apply the multiplication method. So if 3x square is to be multiplied by 3, then 3 is to be multiplied on both LHS and RHS, so that we would be able to multiply 3x square term by 3. That is, 3 multiplied by 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 3 into 0. On RHS, we see that there is 3 into 0. So anything multiplied by 0 would be 0. So on RHS, we would be getting 0. Similarly, on LHS, 3 if multiplied by 3x square would be 9x square. 3 multiplied by minus 5x is minus 15x. 3 2s is 6. Now, we have multiplied the equation by 3, but 9x square is still not in the perfect square form. Now we will see how to express that as a perfect square. So 9x square is equal to 3 square multiplied by x square, or 9x square is equal to 3 into x whole square. That is, I have applied a formula a power m into b power m is equal to a into b whole power m. This is a theory of indices formula wherein there is same power or exponent for 2 different bases, then the bases could be clubbed within a common bracket and the power could be raised to both the bases. That is what it is. So now 9x square could be expressed as 3x whole square minus 15x plus 6 is equal to 0. That is, the first term 3x square is expressed as a perfect square, that is, there is a whole square for the term, which means that step 1 is completed. So let's move to the step 2, which is to express the middle term minus 15x as 2ab term. So now we will see how to proceed. Since 15 is an odd number, it does not have a factor 2. That is, it cannot be expressed as 2 multiplied by some number. So that is why we will have to multiply and divide the middle term, that is minus 15x by 2, So if we multiply and divide the middle term by 2, then we would be having 2 divided by 2 multiplied by 15x. Now 15x could be expressed as 3x into 5. So why did we express 15x as 3x into 5? Because a square is 3x whole square, which means a is 3x. So I want to have 2ab term. 2 into a would be 3x. That is why I have taken 3x separately, wherein 15x I have expressed as 3x and multiple of 5. So in order to have 2ab term, what I'll do is 2 as it is, 3x as it is, remaining whatever are the numbers which are left, that is 5 by 2, would be taken as one more term, that is minus 2 into a into b, which completes the step number 2. Now as a part of third step, we will have to add and subtract b square term, that is 5 by 2 whole square term on LHS. So if we add and subtract 5 by 2 whole square, then we would be left with all the other terms would remain as it is, that is 3x square minus 2 into 3x into 5 by 2 plus 6 would remain as it is, whereas we would be adding and subtracting 5 by 2 whole square, which means the step number 3 is completed. Now step number 4 is to apply the formula a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. So because we have a square minus 2ab plus b square. So here we would be applying a minus b whole square. That is, we know a formula, a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, or the same formula could be rewritten as a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to a minus b whole square. So here these three terms of the formula will result in a minus b whole square. So similarly, here upon application of the formula, the three terms would be getting converted to two terms, that is 3x minus 5 by 2 whole square minus the remaining two terms as it is, which completes the step number 4. So after completing all 4 steps, we will have to simplify this equation to find the value of x. Now we will see how to do that. Now because we have here 5 by 2 whole square, which is looking like a by b whole power m, which is a theory of indices formula, wherein a by b whole power m is equal to a power m by b power m. So which is 5 by 2 whole square is 5 square by 2 square. So applied a by b whole power m formula here. Now upon simplification, 5 by 2 whole square has become 5 square by 2 square, which is 5 square is 25, 2 square is 4. Now we have got the equation like this. Now let us simplify by taking LCM. So 4 is the LCM, 25 as it is, plus 6 divided by 1. So which means we have to multiply by 4. So 6 4s is 24. So we have got minus 25 plus 24 whole divided by 4. So minus 25 plus 24 would be minus 1 divided by 4. So in order to find the value of x, let's transpose minus 1 by 4 towards RHS, which would be plus 1 by 4. As a part of next step, let's transpose this power whole square to RHS. It would become a square root followed by plus or minus sign, that is plus or minus of square root of 1 by 4. Now square root of 1 by 4 can be written as square root 1 by square root 4 or square root 1 square by 2 square, that is 1 square is 1, 4 is represented as 2 square. Now we see that within square root there is a square, so square root and square root get cancelled, which means square root of 1 by 4 would become half, that is 1 by 2. Therefore, to find the value of x, 3x minus 5 by 2 is equal to plus or minus half. So minus 5 by 2, if transposed towards RHS, it would become plus 5 by 2. Now, in order to simplify, let us take, because it is a quadratic equation, x can have two different values. So these two are the different, upon simplification, they will result in two different values. Now, by taking LCM, 5 plus 1, we are getting on one side and 5 minus 1 on the other side. So therefore, 3x is equal to 6 by 2 or 4 by 2. Upon simplification, 2 1s are 2, 3s are here, 2 1s are 2, 2s are. So 3x is equal to 3 or 3x is equal to 2, which implies x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2 by 3. Therefore, the required values of x are the roots of the equation 3x square minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0 by completing the squares method are x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2 by 3. Thank you.